I've not been around for a very long time, but in the short time that I've been around, I can tell you that there is a trend in Nigeria that the level of corruption is constantly on the increase. At first, people were dealing with millions. Politicians were stealing millions. Stakeholders, office holders were siphoning millions, and the sum was exorbitant. Like, we felt like, how do people move these kinds of funds, this amount, this humongous amount? And at a point, it became billions, and it was unimaginable. Billions, from a billion, 2 billion, 3 billion, and it started increasing to tens of billions and even to hundreds of billions. And now we are talking about trillions. Trillions are going missing, and this trend, it keeps on moving forward because these people, they just try to see at what point will these people push back. So at the point where they were stealing millions, people were shouting, and then even the stakeholders, the relevant authorities, they were just hanging around and they were getting some stipends, and then they were letting the matter lie low. And they realized that the people in power realized that we can even go more. It looks like at this point, these people, we have not even exhausted their tolerance threshold. So they moved it to billions, and the responsible stakeholders needed just stipends, and then life moved on. And they realized that if this is the trick, we can move. And that is how they kept moving. And to this point, I bet you that if we do nothing about the current situation of the country, they will step up their game, because of course they are trying to make sure that they see our elastic limit. They see to what extent can we tolerate these things that they do. You know, the extent to which an oppressor will deal with the oppressed is determined by the oppressed. And currently, the citizenry of Nigeria, we are the oppressed, and we are the ones to determine to what extent we are willing to tolerate all the things, all the atrocities of these people that we call leaders. Of course, you and I know that if we will be fair, they are not leaders, they are figureheads. Because I don't know, I didn't vote for the head of the current administration, Tinubu specifically. I don't know about you. And if we are to be fair, it is just the matter of glitch here and glitch there. And then, of course, they know that these people will make noise, but nothing comes out of it. And the responsible stakeholders are just looking for peanuts so that they can look the other way. And so we can do this and go scot free. And this is just the beginning, unless, of course, we do something about it. We are the ones to say enough is enough. So at this point, a point may come where it will become late for us as we prepare for 2027 election. This is the time where we raise our voices to do a little advocacy. If you have people around you, you can educate people. There is nobody, except of course people that choose to be sycophants or else to live in denial. There is nobody that is not aware that the situation of the country has derailed to a point where it is beyond description. There are no right words to describe how much the standard of living has derailed in this country. So it is up to you and me to advocate, to meet the person or the people that are around us and mention to them that these things are not ideal, because these things are beginning to look like this is how it is. For someone that was given birth to in the past 10, 15 years, they grew up to see these things, and it is appearing like this is how things are meant to be. Unless, of course, you know otherwise, you take everything that is happening as the ideal thing. So it is up to you and I to advocate to the next person. Of course, we cannot force people to buy into our views, but we can educate people and let them decide, so that posterity will not hold you and I responsible. Everybody has the right to take his own decision. Everybody has his own choice, whichever direction you want to face. But let it not be that they were not given this enlightenment, because certain people, they don't even know anything other than what is currently in play. A bad government, and that is how it has been since they knew their left from their right. The people that will be voting for the first time come 2027, some of them do not even know what it means to have a good government. It is up to you and I to advocate, to speak, to carry this message to them. Otherwise, we would be guilty. Your vote is just one. Mine is just one. But by the time that you speak to one person and one person speaks to one person, the effect is more than what you can estimate. So do your bit and I will do my bit. And in the end, we will still push up until that day. And then, more than just doing the advocacy, we will also work to defend our vote. But this country must work in our time. Like Peter will say that we not die here, we live here. Nigeria must work in our time, because we will bring offsprings that will come and inherit whatever we do or whatever we leave behind. It is what they will come to inherit. So if at all we have the future generation in mind, then it is up to you and I to make a move and make sure that things get better for the sake of our children and our children's children. Whatever you do with this information, posterity will hold against you. or for you.